approved at the last city council meeting.
They will be in charge of all the field investigation. They will be in charge of the design of the intersection of the drainage for the intersection of Los Gatos and J Palm Drive.
It's a $380,000 agreement, and thanks to funding from the Federal Highway Administration Emergency Relief Program, the city was able to secure another $3 million. That money will cover design, repair, and construction for the area between Vista Chino to Los Gatos Road. But Armando Garcia Baldezon, the city's engineer, tells us there's another area that needs repairs as well.
We extended the project to 30th because it's also in need of rehabilitation, and the city with local funds is paying for the design of that part.
For the area between Los Gatos Road to 30th Avenue, the city is searching for funds. Design plans are set to start next month, with officials aiming for this phase to finish by next spring, leaving construction a few years out.
Construction will be starting by the end of first quarter of 2027, the end of 2026.
Garcia Baldezon says they're hoping these improvements can lead to all roadways open, even during foul weather. A solution residents like Valeria Verdugo have been waiting for.
Yeah, I think it was about time.
HR Green Pacific Incorporated will be in charge for all designs and construction plans moving forward for all sections. Live in studio, I'm Tiani Jadaling, NBC Palm Springs.
Tiani, thank you. All right, tomorrow officially begins Clear the Shelters at Palm Springs Animal Shelter. It's this Saturday and Sunday. Again, adoption fees are waived. That's thanks to generous sponsors from our community. So if you've been looking to add a furry friend to your family, now is the perfect time. Here at NBC Palm Springs, we're proud to be partnering with the shelter to bring you coverage of this event all week. And tonight, our Chloe Carlson is out at the shelter. She has our forecast for us, and she has a look at some of the adoptable animals out there. Chloe, I know this is an event you look forward to every year here at NBC Palm Springs.
Oh yeah, Olivia and Mark, I get so excited, and we're helping those at home. If you're wanting to adopt an animal, we're introducing you to some of these special animals that they have here. We're going to start it off with Case. Now, they have 75 available cats and kittens here at the animal shelter. So Jack Hagerman is going to introduce Case here. Tell us a little bit about Case.
Case is a really lovely 3.5-year-old boy who came in as a stray. He just got back from foster, so he's been well socialized, so he's ready to go home.
Yeah, and I love that he's, already very, ready for his interview too. Kind of talking. What do you prefer? What do you prefer toy-wise, Case, for whoever's going to adopt you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, talk about the adoptions. I know you guys do such a great job here, Jack, caring for these animals, but really for the health of these animals, they need to be adopted to find a happy home, right?
Absolutely. We talk so much about the mental health benefits of having a pet for people, but we don't talk a lot about the mental benefits for the pet, right? Being in a shelter for any period of time is a traumatic event for an animal. There's so many unfamiliar sights and sounds, and people don't realize how loud shelters are. And animals' hearing are very sensitive. So what a lot of people notice when they first adopt is for the first few days, their pet just wants to sleep because they don't get to rest as much here. So we take really, really good care of them while they're here, but this is no substitute for a home.
Yeah. Now, before we go, let's take a look at that Comfort Air 3-day forecast. We are going to be cooling down for the weekend, so perfect time to come to Clear the Shelter. Again, 10 to 5 for Saturday, 11 to 5 on Sunday. So come and pick up your cat. And if you are wondering, okay, what toys do I get the cat? Well, we got some honorable mentions here. We have the Kitty Pop or the Sour Scratch Kids that you can pick up for your cats. We also will be showcasing the gift bags they have for those that adopt. We're going to showcase that later on in the show. For now, Olivia and Mark, back to you.
All right, Chloe, thanks for that. We'll hear from you a little bit later on this evening. Turning to more local news, Saddle Rock Estates, it's located in Palm Springs, will be up for a lease renewal in the year 2042. However, the landowner, William McClamery, who's a member of the Agua Caliente Band of Cahuilla Indians, is asking homeowners to pay a successor lease signing fee that'll cost $100,000. This is all legal, but tonight our Brett Rosen spoke with homeowners who say this is unfair. Brett?
Mark, homeowners are now panicking over a letter sent in June from the landowner's attorney saying that they need to pay a 6-figure fee by the end of the year, or they'll have to look to sell their homes. This is the letter right behind right on your screen, where every homeowner received in the neighborhood from the attorney of William McLamry. It addresses the sublease that is up in 2042 and the signing of the extended 52-year lease, increasing the monthly payment to $450 on top of the $200 homeowners already pay. McLamry is also asking for an upfront fee of $100,000 by each homeowner in the community. I spoke to one homeowner earlier who inherited her home from her parents. She says now she will have to try and sell her home, taking away unreplaceable memories.
I have memories of walking in this front door and in this garage of seeing a surprise birthday party that we gave for my mother one year, and how we had anniversary and birthdays and celebrated the holidays, and my mom cooking turkey in the kitchen. You're taking all that away from me. You remember that, Mr. McLamry.
Now, for homeowners who pay the initial deposit fee of $25,000 before September 1st, the letter states it will be a discounted price of $85,000 instead of the $100,000. And coming up at 6, you'll hear from more homeowners at Saddle Rock, as well as the HOA president, who has been a part of all the negotiations. Live in studio, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
Brett, thank you. In more local news this evening, today the community of Herefor Summit celebrating its 92nd anniversary. Some video from today's event. Community members celebrating the desert landmark, which lies just off the 10 east of the Coachella Valley. It was originally known as Herefor Summit until Joe Herefor and his wife Ruth moved to the area, opening the first gas station and general store in 1933. The space became part of General Patton's World War II training ground in 1942 before officially becoming Herefor Summit in 1958. Today, the area is home to the General Patton Memorial Museum, which was co-founded by the Herefor's daughter, Margaret. I was able to speak to her about her future goals for the museum.
Well, I hope that East Wing gets accomplished and finished, and hopefully that we'll be able to continue to record the history, preserving the peace through the lessons of the past. That's the vision that we have for that. And I believe if we can only get the school children to come more, that's all. And I know that some of the groups that have donated to us would like to have more of the school children here, visiting and part of. And we hope that that's something that we look forward to making happen.
You can hear more from Margaret Herefor and learn about General Patton's time in the Coachella Valley during World War II in my upcoming special report that focuses on the 80th anniversary of the war's end. It airs here on NBC Palm Springs in November.
The Palm Springs aerial tramway is set to reopen tomorrow following a week of technical difficulties. Last Monday, it was reported that a motor contractor that supplies power from the tram drive to the motor was at fault. It's been replaced. Tomorrow's hours of operation will be 8 in the morning till 9 p.m. with the last tram down by 10:30.
The Walmart Neighborhood Market in Palm Desert is holding their grand reopening today. It happened off of the 10 o'clock this morning off their Highway 111 location. The facility has been under renovation for months as part of a larger nationwide effort from the retailer to give the store a facelift.
All right, heads up, if you're in Cathedral City, the police department will be conducting a sobriety checkpoint from 6 o'clock this evening until 2 o'clock tomorrow morning. Reminder that first-time offenders can face fines averaging over $1,300, even losing their license. And they're looking for more than just drunk drivers. Prescription medication and marijuana can also lead to a DUI charge.
Repairs are underway at the Civic Center Park small dog area in Palm Desert after a driver crashed into it last night. The Riverside County Sheriff's Department saying they received reports of this crash around 11:20 in the evening. Deputies arrived on scene to find a car and the damaged fencing area. The driver was taken into custody on suspicion of driving under the influence. And a viewer telling NBC Palm Springs the park was closed this morning. A piece of the fencing to the park was gone. The city is unsure as to when this small dog park will reopen. However, in the meantime, they recommend using University, Freedom, or Joe Mann Park.
Coming next on this Friday evening, the Trump-Putin summit just got underway. Both leaders meeting in Alaska to reevaluate and hopefully end the war in Ukraine. We'll tell you what happened coming up.
Plus, those mini Ultas at your local Target will see a big change next year. We'll have those details later on in the newscast, so stay with us.
committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 5.
Welcome back. Russian President Vladimir Putin touching down for his first U.S. visit in a decade to meet with President Donald Trump.
The meeting comes as Russian troops have intensified attacks in Ukraine ahead of that summit. The two leaders wrapping up a press conference about 45 minutes ago, both meeting together for over 6 hours of negotiations. This happened in Anchorage, Alaska. While the meeting showed some promise between the two leaders, both leaders say it will not end the war in Ukraine. Here's what President Trump had to say.
But we had an extremely productive meeting, and many points were agreed to. There are just a very few that are left. Some are not that significant. One is probably the most significant, but we have a very good chance of getting there. We didn't get there, but we have a very good chance of getting there.
Tonight, there is no word if a second summit will take place. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is saying he is, quote, counting on America.
Local farm workers are now starting their shift later in the night due to the fear of immigration and customs enforcement activity over the last few months. Historically, the brutal summer temperatures here in the Coachella Valley have driven farm workers into late-night harvesting shifts. But recent ice activity across the region is now leading immigrant workers to take additional precautionary measures, like working later in the night. Tonight on NBC Palm Springs, coming up in our 6 o'clock newscast, we'll hear from laborers in the fields working in the shadows out of anxiety of deportation.
The Coachella Valley Unified School District's board meeting was packed last night. Many of those who attended were opposing the layoffs of 106 employees throughout the district. Those layoffs were triggered when CVUSD discovered an estimated $60 million budget shortfall that was announced earlier this year. The classified staff union, which represents people in non-teacher roles, says this is an illegal transfer of duties and gave some insight last night as to what this will mean for the schools.
One of the most essential positions that were completely cut out of the district were the instructional media assistants who are in charge of our libraries. So as of right now, they are not coming back, and they're responsible for giving out the curriculum to the kids to make sure that the kids have their textbooks when school starts. They're the ones that are making sure that the kids are able to go into the library, check out library books. And so as of this year, they will not be coming back to do that. So that means our students will not have access to the library, will not have access to reading, will not have full access to their curriculum.
And new tonight, the district releasing a statement today saying the following in part, quote, due to previous staffing levels, the district must take steps to ensure long-term financial stability. Right-sizing staff is a necessary measure to maintain fiscal solvency and continue providing high-quality education and support services to all students, end quote.
We have a preview of what you should know before you go next week when driving around the valley. In Palm Desert, the Water District is conducting a project along Cook Street between Sherrill Drive and Hoveley Lane. Expect some lane shifts and closures throughout that project. It's expected to wrap up in the middle of September.
All right, and moving over to two projects in the same relative area of La Quinta and Indian Wells. We've got the Highway 111 project continues in La Quinta, though construction has moved over to Nightside. And nearby in Indian Wells, the Miles Road Improvement Project is also taking place. Alternative routes for that are the same. Fred Waring is your best bet overall. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but we're back right after this. All right, tonight we're giving you a live look from our Walter Clark Highway 111 camera in Rancho Mirage. And from Rancho Mirage, let's head down to Palm Springs. Today, our Chloe Carlson is out at the Palm Springs Animal Shelter. Chloe joins us live with some of the adorable pets who are up for adoption. Chloe, who do you have there?
Well, hey, Mark, this is Bunny. She is 3.5 months old. We are here on the puppy patio, just playing around. And I want to talk about Bunny specifically because the animal shelter, the staff here, they do so much for these animals. And even the ones that come in with medical issues, which was Bunny right here, came in about a week ago. So Yasmina, you're the new operations director here. Talk about Bunny's story a little bit for us.
Yeah, absolutely. So Bunny came to us with her, what we assume is her dad, and both of them were covered in ticks. And this is really a bad situation because ticks can submit like illnesses to the dog. So we really had to make sure that we help both of them. We gave them medical baths, we gave them some medication. We made sure that all of the ticks came off, and as you can see, she's doing fantastic, as does her dad.
And it's just been a week since she came in.
A week, yes.
It's incredible. And what's really exciting is Bunny is also available to be adopted this weekend. Is that right?
Yes, she will be one of around 15 puppies that will be available tomorrow and on Sunday.
Obviously, Bunny is a puppy. Can you talk about the perfect home for Bunny?
She's probably a Malinois Shepherd mix, so we would be looking for a home that can give her enough exercise, enough mental stimulation, as she's already proving here.
and one with snacks as well, right?
Exactly. Just an active home.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate everything that you guys do for the animals here. Before we go, let's take a look at that Comfort Air 7-day forecast. Again, a great weekend to come to clear the shelters. We are below average here in the desert. So not only can you come and get your furry best friend, then you can take them for an evening stroll tomorrow. We are looking at 103 for the high, around 103 for the high for our Saturday, below average conditions for the weekend. And then we will get back to 1 teens as until late next week. We're going to be showing off more animals in the 6, so stay tuned for that. For now, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
The NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk with Tim O'Brien. Brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Oh, welcome back. This time next week, we'll be running around the valley covering the kickoff for Friday Night Lights It is fall after all in terms of summer or school sports. The temperatures don't feel that way, though, that's for sure. Tonight, Caitlin, Kelly, and I will preview the talent this season and may even give a prediction or two. So I'm sure some players and parents won't be happy about that, but I look forward to that. 3 divisions, Desert Empire, Desert Valley, and the Sun Valley Leagues, all preparing for their swan song. The 3 divisions will fade away and become one big league next year into smaller divisions. The teams in each division will be based off competitive equity. Basically means how you perform this season will affect where you're placed next fall, so buckle up for that. And this season, again, you can catch all the Friday Night Lights action on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com, and all social platforms. Take a look at our new logo there for Friday Night Lights. There's footballs instead of feathers. Isn't that cute? We're still using the hashtag CBFNL for you to send content from the stadium on Friday nights, whether it be the cheerleaders and band or the big play on the field, of course. And we'll release each show Saturday morning, again, on our site at NBCPalmSprings.com. Also important to note, we're adding flag football to the show this year. So we've got about 4 days of football throughout the week here in the Coachella Valley. Well, that'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
Thank you, Tim. Looking forward to that. All right, Target and Ulta Beauty ending their years-long partnership. More than 600 Ulta mini beauty shops have operated within Target stores since 2021. In a statement, however, Target says they're proud of the experience the companies delivered together. Ulta also sharing a statement saying the partnership was one of the ways they brought the power of beauties to customer nationwide. Customers will still have some time before the Ulta stores go away. This partnership officially ends next August.
Some sad news tonight out of Hollywood. Daytime actor and longtime Palm Springs resident Tristan Rogers has died at the age of 79. He was best known as Police Commissioner Robert Scorpio during a 12-year run on ABC's General Hospital. His death was confirmed by his manager, who said he died this morning after a battle with lung cancer. The manager did note that Rogers had always been a non-smoker. He's survived by his wife, 2 children, and a grandchild.
Before we go, there are other ways that you can support the Palm Springs Animal Shelter's Clear the Shelter event, and that includes a pool party at the Palm Springs Surf Club tonight. It benefits the shelter. It's the adult-only after-hours party from 6:30 to 9:30. All proceeds go to the shelter. Pets are not allowed at the event, so just leave that four-legged friend at home. But there will be music, drinks, dancing, and again, it's all for a good cause for that Clear the Shelter event this weekend.
Nice to see the community coming together. That's going to do it for us. Nightly News is next, and we're back here tonight at 6 with the latest local headlines. We'll see you then.